Air France Flight 447. What really happened? Welcome to our video, where we take a closer look at the tragedy that shook the world, the Air France Flight 447 crash. On June 1, 2009, an Airbus A330-203 vanished over the Atlantic Ocean, leaving behind 228 passengers and crew members. It took almost 2 years to find the wreckage and determine the cause of the accident. So, what really happened? Let's dive into the details and find out. Description: in this video, we'll examine the tragic story of Air France Flight 447, which disappeared on its way from Rio de Janeiro to Paris. We'll discuss the events leading up to the disaster, the factors that contributed to it, and the lessons learned from one of the deadliest accidents in aviation history. On June 1, 2009, Air France Flight 447 vanished over the Atlantic Ocean while en route from Rio de Janeiro to Paris. The news shook the world, leaving behind 228 passengers and crew members. The search and rescue efforts continued for almost 2 years, until the wreckage was finally found. The investigation revealed a shocking combination of pilot error and equipment malfunction as the cause of the crash. In this video, we'll explore the details of the incident and uncover the lessons learned from one of the deadliest accidents in aviation history. The events leading up to the disaster were a combination of human and technical errors. The flight took off from Rio de Janeiro with 3 pilots on board, but as they entered a stormy weather zone, the autopilot disengaged, and the captain left the cockpit for a routine break. This left the 2 co-pilots to handle the situation, but they were inexperienced in flying manually, especially in adverse weather conditions. The plane then entered a high-altitude stall, where it lost lift and started to descend. The pilots failed to recognize the stall, and their attempts to recover the plane were unsuccessful. The technical malfunction that contributed to the crash was related to the plane's pitot tubes, which measure airspeed. The pitot tubes got blocked with ice, giving the pilots inconsistent airspeed readings. This confusion, coupled with the pilots' lack of experience, made it difficult for them to recover the plane. The search and rescue efforts were challenging, as the crash site was located in a remote area of the Atlantic Ocean. The black boxes, which record flight data and cockpit conversations, were eventually recovered, giving investigators a better understanding of what happened in the cockpit before the crash. The investigation into the accident revealed the importance of pilot training and the need for advanced safety systems in aircraft. Following the crash, new safety regulations were introduced, and airlines around the world started to prioritize pilot training and safety. The Air France Flight 447 tragedy was a wake-up call for the aviation industry, highlighting the importance of safety and training. It was a tragedy that changed the way we think about air travel, and it led to significant improvements in the safety of aircraft. By examining the events leading up to the disaster, we can learn from the mistakes made and take steps to prevent similar accidents in the future. Thank you for watching our video. If you found this information useful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative videos.